Ally no more. Trump breaks with Marjorie Taylor Greene, a stunning GOP rift. In a dramatic political rupture late Friday night, former President Donald Trump publicly withdrew his support for Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of his most loyal and outspoken allies in Congress. The move sent shockwaves across the Republican Party and ignited a very public feud between two figures who once embodied the heart of the MAGA movement. Trump, posting on social media, called Greene a ranting lunatic, and accused her of having gone far left, a claim that immediately raised eyebrows among political observers. For years, Greene had been one of the most aggressively conservative voices in the House GOP caucus, championing Trump's policies and defending him against political enemies. But on Friday night, the alliance shattered. A sudden withdrawal of support. Trump's message was unambiguous. He no longer supports Greene's re-election campaign and is considering backing a primary challenger against her. According to Trump, Greene had lost her way, complained constantly, and no longer aligned with the direction he wants for the Republican Party. This is an extraordinary break. Greene had risen to national prominence almost entirely due to her alignment with Trump. She campaigned as a fierce defender of his agenda and frequently amplified his messaging. For many MAGA voters, she was considered one of Trump's closest ideological warriors in Congress. Now, Trump states that Greene has become disloyal and is no longer someone he wants associated with his movement. Greene fires back. The response from Greene was immediate and defiant. She accused Trump of trying to make an example out of me to scare other Republicans, suggesting that the former president is attempting to punish internal dissent and maintain strict control over the party. Greene also implied that the break may be related to her pressure on Congress to release sensitive documents connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case. She hinted that Trump's decision was influenced by her push for transparency, an issue she believes powerful political figures want to suppress. In her own social media posts, she positioned herself as a victim of political intimidation, saying Trump's attack was meant to silence her and warn others not to step out of line. Cracks in a once strong alliance. Behind the scenes, tensions between the two had reportedly been building for months. Greene had recently expressed frustration with Trump's focus on foreign policy, arguing that ordinary Americans were struggling with rising costs, healthcare challenges, and economic instability. She wanted the party to focus more on domestic issues. Trump, according to sources, was displeased with Greene's increasingly independent tone. Some close to him said he felt she was trying to build her own political identity separate from his, something he views as a threat, not an asset. The Epstein files issue added more fuel to the fire. Greene's vocal push for full disclosure, and her criticism that the government protects criminals more than victims, put her at odds not only with Trump but with other GOP leaders who wished to avoid the politically radioactive subject. A major symbolic shift in the GOP. This break is more than a personal dispute, it signals a deep shift within the Republican Party. For years, Trump's political strength rested on an image of unwavering loyalty from his allies. Greene played a central role in building that image, often appearing as one of the most committed figures in Trump's orbit. By turning on her, Trump is sending a message. Loyalty is conditional, and anyone, even top MAGA figures, can be cut loose. This could have major repercussions. For Greene, her re-election becomes significantly more difficult without Trump's endorsement. A Trump-backed primary challenger could threaten her seat. For Republican lawmakers, many will see this as a warning not to cross Trump or express dissent. For the MAGA movement, it suggests that Trump wants tighter control over who speaks for the movement and how. What happens next? The coming months are likely to bring political consequences. 1. A possible primary challenge. Trump hinted that Greene is weak in her district and may not win without his support. If he endorses another candidate, it could divide the conservative vote and reshape local GOP politics in Georgia. 2. A battle for influence. Greene will likely double down on claims that she is fighting for transparency and accountability, positioning herself as an outsider even within her own party. 3. A shift in congressional power dynamics. Some Republican lawmakers may distance themselves from Greene to avoid Trump's wrath. Others may quietly sympathize with her concerns but remain silent. 4. Unpredictable voter response. Greene still holds a strong base of supporters who admire her for standing up to both parties. Whether Trump's influence is strong enough to break that loyalty remains to be seen. A turning point for the movement. This confrontation marks one of the most significant internal conflicts within the Trump-era GOP. Greene was not just another supporter, she was a symbol of the party's far-right populist wing. Losing Trump's endorsement redefines her political future and reshapes the broader identity of the Republican Party. For Trump, this episode reinforces that he intends to remain the dominant force within Republican ranks. He is prepared to punish public dissent, even from his most famous loyalists. For Greene, the challenge ahead will be proving she can survive politically without Trump's approval, and perhaps build a base of voters that values her independence. Regardless of who ultimately wins this political battle, one thing is certain. The era of unquestioned unity within the MAGA movement is over. If you want, I can also create.